But first, the case that could shed new light on one of the darkest days in American history. Nearly 23 years ago, after 9/11, new evidence could uncover secrets about Saudi Arabia's long-disputed role in the terror attacks. 10,000 family members of 9/11 victims have filed a federal lawsuit against the Saudi kingdom. They allege that senior Saudi government officials helped the al-Qaeda hijackers plan the attacks. A federal judge in New York is set to rule on an appeal from the Saudis, and if the judge lets the case move forward, it could uncover explosive evidence never seen before, including a video that allegedly shows a Saudi intelligence agent surveying the United States Capitol 2 years before 9/11. We've always been told that the terror group al-Qaeda acted alone, without the help of any state sponsors. But one fact always jumped off the page. 15 of the 19 al-Qaeda hijackers that day, as well as Osama bin Laden himself, were all Saudi. The Saudi government has consistently denied any involvement, and back in 2005, a joint report from the CIA and the FBI concluded there was no evidence that the Saudi government knowingly supported the terrorists. If that is not true, if what we've been told is incorrect, to put it bluntly, if that was a lie, it will change how we understand that chapter of our history, the wars that followed, and the long, complicated relationship between the White House and the House of Saud. Let's go to NewsNation's Joe Khalil now, live for us from Washington. Joe, some families are calling this videotape a smoking gun. When can we expect a ruling from the judge on whether the case will proceed?
Well, whether these videos end up becoming public, we could potentially get a ruling from that judge this week. And you're right, we're hearing from the families of these 9/11 victims who say this is the closest thing to a smoking gun, the closest thing they have to a direct link between the Saudi government or some government officials and the 9/11 hijackers that they have had in nearly 20 years, which is the duration that they have been trying to pursue this case. And this evidence, mind you, is on video. Now, big caveat, Elizabeth, we have not seen this video. Very few people have. It's still under seal. It is not public. But what we do have are court documents from this ongoing lawsuit that describe in detail what you see on these videos. And a lot of that is disturbing. What these court documents tell us is that Omar al-Bayoumi and Fahad al-Thumairi, these are two Saudi officials, were, quote here, they were incriminated in videos of a welcome party from Bayoumi that he hosted for the hijackers, which has never been exploited by the FBI before. Another chilling video seized, just produced by British authorities, showing Bayoumi casing the United States Capitol for an attack. So this happened on American soil after the hijackers were already here, and on video, allegedly, meeting with officials from the Saudi government who had a welcoming party for them. And by the way, these officials, the FBI has already conceded publicly, they were on the payroll from the Saudi government. In some cases, the FBI said they were doing spy work for the Saudi government in the United States. There's even more in these documents, Elizabeth, some evidentiary papers that say that these guys were describing the specific mechanics for how to fly an airplane into an object that was on the ground. So very disturbing there. Again, we could learn more this week if a judge decides to make this public. And just one last thing I'll add, Elizabeth, is the only reason that these 9/11 victims' families are allowed to pursue this at all is because Congress just recently passed a bill allowing for it to happen. We're told the Saudi government and its attorneys now are trying to find certain loopholes in that law that would precede them from actually being prosecuted in this case. I'm also told senators now are passing another bill, they're working on it, that would shore up and strengthen the first bill to allow these families to move forward with their lawsuit.
Yeah, the Saudi government fighting this very hard. And we do know Bayoumi, who was the one who was videotaping the U.S. Capitol, was in the United States ostensibly to be a grad student. He was actually a Saudi intelligence agent, so that has been confirmed by the FBI. All right, Joe Khalil, thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.